Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, you beautiful beings of Earth. My name is Trinity, aka Infinite Abundance, and today I have a huge announcement. On my Patreon, I have done a significant price drop. My old tiers were tier 1 was $5 and top tier was $30. I have dropped every tier, so now the lowest tier is $3.33, tier 2 is $5.55, tier 3 is $7.77, and top tier is $10 a month. These prices, I'm super excited about setting this way to make this more accessible, because not only is this just about a space to release the content and moving away from TikTok so much, but this is also creating a safe space for all of us to learn how to heal and grow together and be in a group of like-minded people outside of just randomly anybody scrolling from TikTok and being able to see the content and post on the content. I am really excited to have this space to protect the energy of the collective within this little community that we are creating. So if you are interested in joining this community, if you're looking for like-minded people on your spiritual journey, people who are into this self-healing journey, so you're just not feeling so alone, or maybe you're just a woman who's looking for other women to actually support you, you're looking for a group of people where you can share your ideas and communicate with and talk with them about your conspiracy theories and all the things that have happened in meditation and what's going on in your shadow work, especially if you don't have people in your support system in your physical life that understand what it's like on this journey. It's really important for us to not isolate ourselves. So having access to internet and having online communities where we can learn and we can grow and we can help each other is really important. And I'm really glad that these prices are going to make it more accessible to more people to help join this community. I'm really excited to see the impact that we create together and all the things that we learn about together. For the first few weeks of this new relaunch of my Patreon, is going to be taking a deep dive into all my old content from all my past TikTok accounts. From the very first one, I'm going to be going through and talking about things that I've learned since posting that content, whether my ideas and perspectives around that content has changed or not, and just going more in depth about how you can apply that content to your life outside of just the 3-minute or 15-second TikTok videos that we can post. So I'm really excited about transitioning from TikTok to the majority of Patreon, my podcast, and here on my YouTube. I have reached such an immaculate amount of people in the short 3 years that I've been on TikTok, but unfortunately, I've been putting so much time, energy, and effort into TikTok and just not receiving back what I'm looking for as far as financial freedom and growth in my career. So I'm hoping that transitioning more to Patreon not only gets me more in contact with people who actually want to help support themselves, but support my business for the long term, and help me connect with people who are like-minded and who have some of the same goals. If you're maybe an entrepreneur who is just starting out and you have no fucking clue where to start, then come and join our community, because we have lots of other creative beings and entrepreneurs who you could possibly collab with and learn from. I'm hoping to have at least once a month or bi-monthly video chat sessions and lives where we talk about things like just what's going on in our healing journey, and if you're an entrepreneur, what type of steps you can take and how we can grow. On my podcast, I'm going to be talking with other business owners, authors, other successful people to help give us tips and tricks and information on help us grow as entrepreneurs. I think it's really important that as this new generation of entrepreneurs, we are breaking free of a lot of the old ways and old thinking that people have defined success as. I think it's really important that we start redefining success and redefining how we want to get there for us in a way that feels comfortable for us, so our businesses don't feel like they're running us over. We feel like we are absolutely 100% in control of our business. So I hope if that resonates with you, any of that resonates with you, if you're just looking for people who are also trying to develop their spiritual gifts and abilities, you want somebody to help you practice with divination, we're going to be doing lives where we play intuition games, where we swap readings for each other, all sorts of fun stuff. So if you're interested, then find a tier that fits your price range, and I hope to see you there. All right, so moving on from announcements, I got a brand new deck called the Soulful Woman Guidance Oracle deck, excuse me. And I am super excited to do this reading for the collective. So if you are interested, set the intention for a message that resonates with you. And sit back and enjoy. All right. What does the beings who are aligned with me, aligned with my energy, need to know? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? All right. First off, we have creative cocooning. Creative cocooning is freedom I give myself. I create a safe nest for peace, healing, and calm. I love this, especially how we're just talking about creating this sacred, safe space for creative beings. I love it. I love it. I embrace my body. I honor and embrace all of my body. I am receptive to her specific needs. This is a obviously woman-oriented deck, but you can take that even if you are not a woman. And I love this too because some of the content that this Patreon account has is specifically for embracing body and like female empowerment. So I just love how this reading is going already. I claim. Shining bright. I shine my light and allow my creative power to burn bright. That is a beautiful card. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. All right, let's see. What do all the beings who will be joining the Patreon family need to know? Ooh! Hello. Self-belief. Self-belief is the magic key that opens up a more inspired future for me. Oh, love. Love. These cards are so pretty. We also have Princess Charming. I take the horse by the reins and become my own Princess Charming, taking care of my own needs. Yes. Yes. Love it. All right. What does the collective, anyone who's aligned with my energy, need to know from their, I'm hearing inner child message. Anger as my sacred ally. I listen to the messages from within my anger and I use the positive force for good. It as a positive force for good. Wow. This artwork is so unique. I love it. Let's see what needs to be known, what needs to be shown. Final message for the collective. What needs to be known, what needs to be shown. Soul's journey, living from soul's journey, living from souls open me to the magic that exists when I surrender to the divine manifestation on its own term and timing. You're not rushing things so much anymore. You're just letting things happen. I'm even seeing like these moons. These moons are meaning something up here. Whoops, up here. I'm seeing this is like a lot of change that happens even overnight, like while you dream. Things happening in your subconscious where you're just over here, you're just focused on the present, and all this is going on and changing and all happening around you. And then before you know it, I'm hearing things just start to make sense. Epiphanies start to happen. You start having, I'm hearing random, coincidental opportunities start presenting themselves to you, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? This was happening. I'm hearing like your guides, your ancestors, whatever you believe in, God, universe, whatever, was aligning these things for you behind the scenes while you were just focused on the present. All this energy that you had generated and created was just making all these manifestations happening behind you, in front of you, on the sides of you, above you, below you. Like it's all happening, even if you can't see it right now, even if you can't feel it, you can't taste it, you can't touch it, you can't smell it right now, you can't hug it and make sure it's never going anywhere. It's just happening. You do not have to constantly put all your energy and effort into your manifestations coming to fruition. This is what I think is really interesting about a lot of manifesting, not only like people who are creating manifestation content, but people who are just manifesting in general, is I've seen so many people think that they have to like manifest every single day, and you have to like sit there and meditate on your manifestations every single day, and you have to do your spell work every single day until it happens. This, from my experience and my personal opinion, honestly comes from a place of fear, lack, and doubt, and pushes your manifestations further from you rather than bringing them closer towards you. The fear that if you don't constantly put in the energy, the effort, and the time, it won't happen. My love, it is important to remember that even if you forget about your manifestations, they are still happening for you if they are aligned with your soul, with the things that you truly want, not the things that your ego wants. That's what's important to remember. It's also important to remember to remind yourself to go back into your manifestation journals, like your old ones even. Take a little highlighter and start reading through it and realizing how much of this actually already happened and how much of it happened on an internal basis. But since you were expecting something externally, you forgot. You forgot you wrote it down. You didn't even notice or recognize that you already brought your manifestations into fruition. It'll change your whole fucking world, and it will truly, like, this self-belief here, you'll start to see, oh my God, I already did that. Oh my God, I took the divine action and I didn't even realize I was taking that divine action towards this, and I thought I was putting that divine action towards that. You were aligned, so it happened without you even consciously thinking about it. Do not spend your time wasting energy, stressing, worrying, wondering, constantly figuring out for yourself how it's all going to happen. Let the who, what, when, where, why go with your manifestations. Let it flow. Think about it. Put your energy into it for a minute. Hold that in your heart. You don't even have to write it down on a piece of paper. You are the creator with the power in your mind, in your heart, and in your soul. You don't have to write it down. You don't have to do some dance manifesting ritual. You don't have to light an intention candle. You don't have to do anything. For my religious people out there, for the people who are like, what? And you resonate more with religion because I'm hearing Jesus. I keep hearing Jesus in my head, so I'm going to tell you. What did God say? Let there be light, and there was light. Manifested with a word, with a thought. You are that same God source. That God source, Christ consciousness living in you. You are an extension, a physical embodiment of that same miraculous power. You can say a word and make it true with your following through on your divine action. But it does not have to be continuous to where you are depleting yourself and driving yourself into the ground and driving your passion out of the things you are trying to create for yourself, because you are ultimately fearful that will never happen if you stop putting energy into it. And I claim this message for myself too, because especially as an entrepreneur, it becomes so easy to just work, grind, because you need to see it. You need to get your bills paid. You need all the shit to fall in place. You want to blow up now, right? But it's not always about that, because we have everything going on in the behind the scenes that we aren't even mindful of right now. But the miracles, the blessings, the opportunities, the money, the resources, the mentors, the guides, the knowledge, whatever it is that you need to get from where you are to where you want to be will make themselves known in time. Focus on the present moment. Allow yourself to create joy, happiness, peace in whatever you can. The smallest amount of joy has a great emotional and energetic impact on you, your mental health, your heart, how you feel about yourself and the world, and your manifestations. And what do I mean when I say creating the littlest amount of joy? I mean something like this. You see this right here? Just a little decoration that, my partner bought for me. I think it's adorable. When I'm feeling low, when I have no energy, when I'm feeling sad, you know what I do sometimes? I just come over here and just turn it on. Even just lighting it up right now, I felt my inner child. Ooh, it's so pretty, look at this. Boop, boop. So cool, so pretty, right? It changes colors on the inside. So when I'm feeling low, even something simple like that can just bring you just a little bit of joy, just a little bit of peace, just a little bit of happiness, even for a few seconds. Can create such a difference in your perspective and your emotional shift. So keep that in mind, okay? I also am hearing the Raise Your Vibes jar. So I'm going to tell you about this thing that I created for myself called the Raise Your Vibes jar. I took some index cards and I wrote some messages on them and I cut them up and I put them all inside. And when I'm feeling low vibe, I'll reach inside the jar and I'll take one out and I will do it no matter what it says. Some say, make a silly face at yourself in the mirror for 30 seconds, or go on a nature walk, drink some water, dance for one minute, stretch, do all artistic, painting or some shit like that. Putting all those in the cup, and whatever you pull out, you do them. I do suggest making these activities less than 5 minutes, because sometimes when you're feeling really low vibe, you deal with a lot of anxiety, you deal with depression. It can be hard to pull out this thing and be like, oh, meditation for 30 minutes. Fuck. Going out on a walk for 30 minutes, that type of stuff. It can make it feel even more impossible to just get out of bed to get that shit done. So I highly suggest things that take, like I said, 30 seconds. Making funny faces, although it can be a little weird, awkward, and uncomfortable at first, it raises your vibes. It helps you connect with your inner child. Get silly, get funny, get whimsical, make yourself laugh. Laughter is a great tool for transmutation. So keep that in mind. Maybe somebody out there needed that. I love you all very much. I hope you received a message or some sort of tidbit of information that will help you. I really, really, really hope to see you all joining our safe space on Patreon. I will leave a link down below in the comments and let you guys know a little bit more information down below in the description box, as well as let you guys know other platforms that you can find me on, such as my OnlyFans, Twitter, all that sort of stuff. I'll leave that down below in the description box. If this reading resonated with you and you would like to leave a tip or donation, or you would just like to help support me, my content, my page, then please go to my website, infiniteabundance27.com. I am accepting donations at all times. They are all very much appreciated, big or small. I appreciate them all from the bottom of my heart, truly. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Remember to stay hydrated. Remember that you are a powerful fucking being no matter what anybody has told you. And most importantly, remember that kindness is free. Have a good one.